Yo, yo, yo. All right. Should be all good. Time to figure out which team can stay an extra week in St. Louis. Perfect. Fox is still showing some racing stuff, so gotta wait for that to end, I guess. Kickoff should be approaching momentarily. Yeah, we're saying 7:15 is kickoff now. Okay. Yeah, this should be a good one. Yesterday was a fun game. That third quarter was insane. I probably will do a video entirely on just that third quarter for instead of power rankings, but we'll see how today goes. How's everyone doing? Again, should be it's kicking off. They said the program update on Fox is the kickoffs at 7:15 because they're too busy talking about NASCAR. Yeah, here we go. Kickoff a few moments away. Man, Fox is really honing in on this NASCAR coverage, huh? But here we go again. 10 minutes, I believe, from kickoff, as the program update was that kickoff will be at 7:15. Either way, this one I am excited for whenever it decides to kick off. Both sides seem relatively healthy, it seems, which is going to make this game that much better. Obviously, St. Louis is still without Mateo Durant, who was a really solid back for them early on in this season. So that sucks. But their receiving unit's entirely healthy. Jacob Sailors has come into his own towards the latter point of this season as well. San Antonio, they got McCarron back. John Lovett's still there. So like they're healthy as well. They were completely healthy, it seems. They're missing Puka Williams, who was the return man for most of the season. So they have Marquez Stevenson back there. Yeah, again, both sides, they seem relatively healthy. We shall see how this one goes. Few minutes away from the start. Time to figure out which team is matching up with the Birmingham Stallions. This kickoff is a few moments away. This should be fun. So St. Louis owns this series this season. When it comes down to, like, one-on-one. Last week was a very tight game between the two. So it'll be interesting to see how the remainder of how this game goes. Yesterday was a story of a tight game the previous week turned into kind of a slop fest, and then a blowout. Come the fourth, we'll see if this one keeps up that trend, or if this one remains close throughout. And of course, at around 8 o'clock is Game 2 of the NBA Finals. I'll be doing score updates for that one randomly throughout, just because. Yeah, the time to see how packed out the Dome at America Center is for the first football playoff game being played in St. Louis in 19 years. This should be fun. It's 19 years since St. Louis saw a playoff game in football. As the Brahmas take the field. Alongside Wade Phillips. First season in San Antonio, he goes 7-3 and makes the playoffs. So he has to like what he's seen from this San Antonio team turn them around compared to last season in the XFL. And Chase Garbers is back. Left last week's game due to injury, but he's ready to go in this one. And Anthony McCarron is back after missing last week. And John Lovett is back after missing the past 2 weeks. So yeah, San Antonio's running back room is looking healthy. And here come the Battlehawks, ready to take the field. Anthony Becht leading out this team, who didn't live up to expectations last season, but they have a chance to right those wrongs today. How you doing, Bob Flash? You ready? It's 19 years since the last football playoff game played in St. Louis. I'm just riding the spring football because I like more football. As it's being cut off by the stats, but this is a New York Guardians jersey, so yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of St. Louis when the Guardians were around, but they've become one the teams I like to root for the most because St. Louis deserves to have a football team, and it is so much fun seeing them fill out that stadium. So like, I would love for St. Louis to win today. I have them winning today. Those gotta be close to like. I don't know, did they expand? Did they open up the second level like they did for week one? I didn't see anything like that. I would imagine though, because I mean, playoff football is finally back in St. Louis after 19 years. As we are a few minutes away from kickoff and the start of this one. Yeah, it should be a good game. They probably did. Nice. You got season tickets? Hell yeah. Yeah, I would imagine if again next week if St. Louis wins next week for the championship, that stadium is bound to be completely packed. I would imagine. Although it is on Father's Day, which is the scheduling for the UFL, man. It can be so weird sometimes. Like, why are you having your championship game on Father's Day? But oh well. Yeah, this should be good. I think what the point spreads closed at like St. Louis 2.5. I would have met. Yeah, I was like, to be fair, I said that Michigan was probably going to cover the 6.5. Yeah, that's such a weird time for the championship, but oh well. Like, it should have been on this. It should have been on the 15th, or like at a better time. But there's probably some TV restrictions that forced it. Because like today, the whole reason it's even on Fox, I would imagine, is because of the NBA playoffs. So I would imagine that there's restrictions there. Yeah, Saturday is Game 4 for the NHL. Yeah, yes. I plan to do a video. Like, so instead of doing power rankings for this week, the video as of right now is just a complete rundown of that third quarter from yesterday. We'll see how today's game though goes. But if nothing as crazy happens today in this one, then yeah, it'll be that third quarter alone is going to be a video. The Hakeem Butler, someone who again has a very solid argument for having made the NFL the past couple spring leagues, but he's been rocking with St. Louis. Yeah, like 6 turnovers in a quarter. Like it he does, Hakeem Butler does, but he's still an incredibly solid receiver. Torrey Holt is there? Hell yeah. Yeah, six turnovers in the quarter. That deserves special attention. It's good to see Torrey Holt back in St. Louis and seeing that city re-embrace him because it was either him or it was Isaac Bruce that ended their careers in Jacksonville. I can never fucking remember. It was Torrey Holt. Okay, yeah, because he spent his final season in Jacksonville. Upper Bowl is not open. Okay. So I would imagine then it's probably close to 35,000. Which still a lot of people. A lot of people are still gonna be at this game. And yeah, hey, I'm all for them building this up. There's a lot more people to build this up in front of. Like St. Louis knows how to put on a show. Yeah, it's Torrey Holt ended his career in Jacksonville. Where did Isaac Bruce end his? Was he? He was San Francisco. Okay, yeah, that's why I confused them. And they both ended their careers outside St. Louis. A.J. McCarron. He plays relatively well against San Antonio this season, so... Okay, anytime you get back-to-back matchups against the same team, though... Okay, they still opened up a side of the upper bowl. That's good to see. It still shows that hey, there was enough demand to warrant open up part of the upper bowl. So okay, there's gonna be the attendance numbers for St. Louis are obviously outliers compared to the rest of the UFL, just in general. But like Birmingham had close to 10,300 yesterday. This could very easily triple that. As the kick is underway, St. Louis gets the ball first. Going to be returned beginning from the 10-yard line. And that's Darius Shepard bouncing off one defender, trying to cut out to the right side, brought down near the 37. Yeah, Birmingham was more spread out. Like they had a decent bit of people, but it was spread out, so it didn't look like there was that many. But again, for spring football, it was still nice to see that there was 10,000 plus in Birmingham yesterday. Although you do kind of hope there was a little more for a playoff game. Anyway, how does this one start? First play of the game, McCarron in shotgun, a back behind him. Two receivers to the left. Sending the tight end in motion, going to hand this one off up the middle, and it's going to be stuffed at the 35, a loss of 2. Jacob Sailors on the carry. He did not really see the field that well. If he would have bounced it to the right a little bit. He ran it kind of straight up the middle, kind of a little bit to the left. He then went to the right. McCarron in shotgun, back behind him. I actually said he got back to the line of scrimmage. I did not see that. McCarron looking to throw. Quick pass right side, trying to do a swing screen to Jacob Sailors, but it's incomplete. Sets up a 3rd and 10. Yeah, that's very fair, John. That makes sense. I gotta play your hand well, and that's definitely one way to do it. Third and 10. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left. Sending one receiver in motion. Gonna be a comeback motion, looking to throw. Pump fake and rolling out to his left. Now throw in, has a receiver, and dropped. There's Hakeem Butler. Wide open, but went through his hands. 3 and out for St. Louis. Yeah, that was a rough first 3 plays. I mean, 2 drops. He needs to catch that. Yeah, he needs to catch that ball. Maybe he thought someone was gonna hit him instantly, but no, he needs to catch that. So now I want to punt from the 37. Again, the first drive of the game does not tell the full story at all. Punt comes off clean, and is going to be returned beginning from the 20, as Marquez Stevenson working the left side, going to get to about the 33. So San Antonio is going to start from their relatively solid field positioning. And Chase Garbers now taking the field. Time to see what this San Antonio offense can get going. Yeah, and then high punt. I mean, you don't want to touch back there, but come on, at least get it to the 10. Or kick it higher so your gunners can actually get down there. Garbers and shotgun. Back to his right, 3 receivers to the right, ball on the 33-yard line. Gonna hand this one off up the middle to John Lovin. He's going to go nowhere, stopped at the line of scrimmage. So first play on offense for both sides are halfback dives up the middle that go nowhere. Okay. Anthony McCarron in the game now. Garbers and shotgun. McCarron to his left. Now motioning him out wide to the right, looking to throw. And a quick pass right side, going to be caught and brought down at the 36-yard line. That was Justin Smith on the reception. And sets up a third down. Yeah, Garbers has his left wrist taped up. And the gain of 3, so 3rd and 7. And for the first third down for St. Louis's defense, the crowd is getting loud. Garbers and shotgun looking to pass. Throwing left side, going to be caught past the sticks for a gain of 8. That is John Trey Kirkland on the reception. Wait. Yeah, I remember. I remember San Antonio's players decent well enough. Just a very simple, quick out route past the sticks, gets the first. Garbers and shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off up the middle. Has a lane. Going to get the first down and a gain of about 12, maybe 13 for John Lovett. Former LSU. That is true. Great. The tight end had a great pull block there to set the edge and give the middle of the field open. In shotgun once again, back to his right, going to play action, looking to throw. Pass to a wide open John Trey Kirkland over the middle. Past the 30, breaking one tackle, and finally brought down at the 22, maybe 23-yard line. San Antonio's offense is moving after a slow first 2 plays. Yeah, they're coming out efficient. You know who else was efficient on their first drive? Michigan. So we'll have to wait and see. Great back foot throw from Garbers. So Garbers and shotgun back to his right. Need to get the snap off. They do. Going to an end around this one, left side. And there's Marquez Stevenson with a block getting 8 yards. Faked a spread option to the right. And tossed it to Stevenson for a end around. Great play design. Yeah, great pitch. A gain of 7 on that one. Ball on the 15 in shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off to John Lovett up the middle. He's going to fight forward for about 5. So a first down for San Antonio. And that sets up a 1st and goal. Just under 9 minutes to play. This has been a really efficient drive for San Antonio. Because, well, I'll answer that in a second, John. Garber's going to call a timeout here. Couldn't get the snap off in time. They were able to get a huge following because they've been desperate for a football team since the Rams left. So they see an opportunity to prove Stan Kroenke wrong and that they can support a team, and they took it and have ran with it. It's amazing. And that brings us to a commercial break right before the 1st and goal play. Yeah. Because the entire, not just like the football fans, like the mayor, everyone in St. Louis was pissed when Stan Kroenke moved the team. Yeah. Because like, they were open to building him a new stadium, which he wanted. But he used that as an excuse to move over to LA with SoFi Field. Yeah, take the money and run. I would say Spanos did it, but I'm pretty sure he's still in the negatives from that move. That's a joke, by the way. I don't know, man. It's like both the Rams and Chargers do not feel right in Los Angeles, even though the Rams were once in Los Angeles before St. Louis. They fit better in St. Louis. They just feel right in St. Louis. The crazy thing is, he didn't need to live in St. Louis. He could have just been living in LA and running the team from there, but I guess that's part of the reason why he wanted to move the team, is he wanted to be more hands-on. So he said, if I'm going to live in Los Angeles, might as well have my team there. I don't know. Their whole, because didn't the city of St. Louis sue Kroenke and won or something like that? Yeah, I just realized that as well, Bob. Garbers in shotgun, back to his right, 1st and goal from the 10. Going to hand this one off and fake an end-around pitch. Lovett loses the football, but falls back on it about the 15-yard line. Honestly, if he would have actually pitched that on the end-around, it probably would have worked to perfection. Instead, it was nearly a disaster. No, yeah, it would have worked better, because he wouldn't have lost 5 yards due to the fumble. Beautifully placed hit to force that ball loose. 2nd and goal now. Garbers in shotgun, back to his left, the receiver's right, looking to throw. Has time, quick pass over the middle to John Dre Kirkland, is caught and brought down at the 4-yard line. Gain of 11, and it is 3rd and goal. Seven and a half to go in the first. In shotgun, back to his right. Sending Kirkland in motion, going to fake a handoff, throw over the middle, is intercepted in the end zone, and kneeing down for a touchback. Wow. What an interception. That was Cameron Kelly picking the ball off on a dive-in snag. As Kirkland had his tight end open, but didn't put enough into it. And St. Louis St. Louis makes the first big play on defense. Wasn't there a report that they're gonna start doing UFL games on Friday next season? Because I could see it as I think that would be really good as well. Yeah, honestly, they probably should have just handed it off. But the tight end was open. Garbers just needed to put more under it. Loft went over the defense because if he would put that more towards the back of the end zone, it would have been a touchdown. Yeah, for Fox exclusives, that makes sense. Like, it was there. Just again, just didn't quite get enough into it. And now St. Louis has some momentum back. Now I'm curious, while we're at commercial break, I'm curious about St. Louis and Kroenke's situation. Yeah, so the St. Louis did sue the NFL and Kroenke, and they settled it with a $790 million payday for the city. That is great. Because again, like, St. Louis would have happily built him a new stadium, I feel. I think they even said they were. They just wanted him. They just didn't want to, like. I think they wanted the pay for it to be more even, and Kroenke wanted to be completely funded. San Antonio used a timeout because they couldn't. They on first and goal from the 10, they didn't get the play off in time. They weren't gonna get the snap off in time. Yeah, it's open for Garbers. He didn't put enough into it. He kind of threw it off back foot almost. If that's towards the field goal, like towards the field goal post, that's a touchdown. Alright, ball on the 25. McCarron in shotgun back to his right. Sending the receiver in motion, going to hand this one off to Sailors up the middle. He's going to gain about 3.5 yards. So St. Louis' second drive begins with a handoff. Yeah, gain of 3. McCarron in shotgun back to his right. Ball now on the 28-yard line. Going to hand this one off again to Sailors. Has space to run up the middle past the 40. Brought down at the 43-ish yard line. And I feel like the running lanes for St. Louis have opened up a bit on the second drive. The blocking's doing well. Yeah, they set the edge well. The tackling guard took the edge rusher, and the tight end on the pull-in tight end took the second level linebacker. McCarron in short shotgun back behind him. Ball on the 42. Gonna toss this one to Sailors. It's a double toss flea flicker they tried to do, but McCarron couldn't catch the second pitch, and there was a dog pile for the ball. And it seems like San Antonio fell on it. Are you kidding? I don't know why the OCs do it. Yeah, McCarron just couldn't catch the reverse. Dude, if there was pressure there instantly anyway, it would not have worked to begin with. But that's a disastrous mistake for St. Louis. Yeah, I don't get why they try shit like this. It's the case where, like, if it works, we're gonna say, what a play call, great design and all that. But when it fails, you kind of just like, why? They overthink that's more play call you do if you're struggling to get stuff going, which they weren't. San Antonio now on the 20, gonna hand this one off to John Lovett, trying to bounce it out to the left side, but unable to get past the edge rusher, met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 5.5 to go in the first. So already in this one, it's not the 6 turnover third quarter of yesterday, but back-to-back drives with some mistakes, as McCarron's gonna be looked at real quick by the medical staff. I think he was just getting his wrist retaped. Garbers' quick throw right side going to be caught and brought down at the 15-yard line on 2nd and 10. That is Marquez Stevenson on the reception. And they're showing last week's hit on McCarron on the sideline. And then, I like McCarron going for it, but yeah, he took a hit in that pile. Was it by the same defender? Anyway, Garbers alone in shotgun. 4 receivers to the left. Looking to throw, has time. Pass over the middle, wide open. Marquez Stevenson, touchdown San Antonio. They score first, and yeah, that a costly turnover. San Antonio got lucky that their turnover wasn't that big of a mistake. Stevenson got sent in motion, and the linebackers just didn't. There was just no one in that zone. I don't know what was that defense. Yeah, that OC, man, that was a rough situation. All right, the 1-point try to make this a 7-point game. Garbers and shotgun back to his left, sending a receiver in motion, and hand this one off up the middle. Now bouncing to the right side, diving forward, and he crosses the plane and gets in. It's a 7-0 San Antonio lead. That was the third back on the roster, Morgan Ellison. And did he cross the plane? I think a San Antonio player fell on it anyway in the end zone before the ball came loose. But unless he was down. Yeah. Targeting's a weird thing because the refs targeting is rarely called when there's a scrum for the ball like that. So I don't expect anything to come out of it. They gave Darius Shepard a rush attempt on that weird trick play. Yeah, that's rough. Love it, had to carry on that one. Yeah, John Trey Kirkland. Having himself a little bit of a good day so far. Yeah, sorry to hear that. And there we go. Stats updated. Select commercial after San Antonio took the lead. And St. Louis now playing. St. Louis now needs to do something. Like I did on this drive, keep it small, keep it simple, and just try to get something to build off of. Because your first two drives were just weird. Were just weird drives for St. Louis. Dan Hurley's gonna decide tomorrow. Why draw this out? We know you're going to LA. Yeah, it's still early. We saw yesterday that the first kind of quarter doesn't fully matter. Kick is going to be returned from inside the 15 and gets to the 40-yard line. A solid kick return there. It falls forward for 2 extra yards. So Darius Shepard brings out the return to the 42-yard line, and there's some scrums going on post-play. We knew these two teams were going to be a little feisty after the comments made during the week, so this should be fun. Steven Nelson just announced his retirement. And then Darren Waller announced his earlier today. And with McCarron in shotgun, back behind him, 2 receivers to the right. Looking for something positive to build off of on this drive. Sailor's hand gets the handoff to the left side and pushing forward. Bulldozing the defensive lineman for like 6-7 yards-ish. Yeah, I don't know. There's this formation. McCarron in shotgun back to his left. 3 linemen in front of McCarron. Gonna look the broken play. Broken play instantly. Yeah, what? Stop with the. I don't think. I don't get St. Louis. McCarron just slides forward for no gain. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Cleveland has that same formation in their playbook, and Miami does something like that for a fake field goal. That's not something you run on 2nd and 3, as McCarron is in shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 49, looking to throw, and pocket collapsed instantly, sacked back at the 45. That's why you don't call dumb bullshit on 2nd down. San Antonio sent 6. No one got open. The line didn't block well. Yeah, it's not needed. I don't. St. Louis now on the punt. Comes off clean, going to be returned beginning at the 15. And Marquez Stevenson is going to slide down at the 17, 18-ish yard line. So San Antonio will start from there. Same. So yeah, if I'm sounding kind of like deflated after that drive, it's not because I'm a St. Louis fan. It's because I'm a primarily offensive-minded person as well. Haven't played quarterback, so I'm just like, this offense should be ran so much better already in this game. I don't understand what they're doing. Because typically when there's like somewhat botched plays, I can see, okay, like, that's what was supposed to, I can see what was supposed to happen, and I understand it. I'm just not getting anything that St. Louis is doing in these first three drives. Not anything. But that double reverse flea flicker, and whatever that second down play was. I don't get it. And what's pissing me off a little bit more is AJ McCarron, a veteran, like he knows, like he knows the ins and outs and everything. He's not audible and out of anything. He's not calling his checks. He's just letting the plays be ran, and yeah, at this point, get the ball to your athletic receivers and your star players and let them make something happen and get into a rhythm. Because I don't know what they're doing right now. Because the run game has been working decently well, but they just haven't really been running the ball. I mean, they have been, but like they need to just run it more, if anything, or properly build off of play actions and stuff. I don't know what they're doing right now. Like Sailors is averaging 6 yards a carry. Keep giving him the ball. It's also been only Sailors running the ball today. Like true run plays, it's only been Sailors. So like, I just don't get their mindset for this. Yeah, exactly. This. They have tried some of these like trick plays before, but for the most part, like they know when to like lock in and make sure they just get an offensive drive going. I don't know what's happening right now. It makes very little sense. San Antonio with ball on the 18. Garbers and shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off to John Lovett, who's going to gain about 2 yards to the 20-yard line. And that's how the drive starts for San Antonio. We're approaching the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Yeah, this St. Louis's offense is confusing me right now. But okay, we saw yesterday that anything can happen. Like 15 yards of total offense so far today is rough. Garbers looking to throw and rolling out to his right after the pocket collapse. Trying to find someone direct traffic, going to step out of bounds back at the 18, maybe 19-yard line. So it will be a loss of some yards there. I mean, to be fair, it seemed like the line judge was saying he was able to run back to the line of scrimmage. So at that point, it's like the same thing. But he lost a yard. Yeah, 3rd and 8. He lost a yard. So yeah, I don't. Wait, no, they're saying he didn't. He should have lost a yard in that play. It should be 3rd and 9, but San Antonio's not going to get the snap off. They broke the huddle with 3 seconds left, so I think they're going to call their second timeout. Yeah, with a minute to go in the first, San Antonio is down to 1 timeout. So that's the good thing about St. Louis's home field. And I would say choosing not to throw the ball away is confusing, but to be fair, like when you feel like you can make a play, you can hold on to it as long as you can. He should, like, at some point you do need to just throw it away, but he thought he could have gotten at least a yard, I guess, on that scramble. I don't think it's Becht who got the special brownies. I think it's Bruce Gradkowski, who's the OC, who I'm pretty sure played in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if St. Louis does end up winning, give them the game ball. As St. Louis is going to jump on the 3rd and 8, and that's going to be that very well might be 3rd and 3. But they're just trying to get a false start call out of this. The refs are discussing. It's a pre-snap penalty either way. Yeah, neutral zone infraction on St. Louis. It'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Bruce Gradkowski was in the NFL. I knew it. He even played in Cincy. I think around the same time AJ McCarron. No, I'm kidding. He was the backup right before AJ McCarron was in Cincy. 3rd and 3. Now ball on the 25. Garbers and shotgun going to look to throw. Quick pass right side. Caught for the first down and more by Justin Smith down to about the 33-yard line. Yeah, that running back motion opens up the middle of the field really well because it moves the linebacker out of the way. Because on 3rd and short, they're going to run man, so you know you can get the middle of the field open. What could be the last play of this quarter, Garbers and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand this one off on a delayed draw, and Lovett breaks the tackle in the backfield and gets up to about the 38-yard line. So a solid gain there. And that will most likely bring us to the second quarter. Similar to what I was saying with Birmingham yesterday, if they can keep it close at entering halftime, they can turn it around. But the offense desperately needs to get something going soon. And yeah, that brings us to the second quarter, and we head to commercial break. The other big thing they need to do is force incompletions. The only time Garbers the only incompletion today for Garbers was an interception. Besides that, he's been perfect. He's hitting his spots really well. Yesterday's game was in the afternoon because ABC was being used at 8 p.m. for the NHL Stanley Cup. And they're gonna have that this NHL's gonna have priority over the UFL. So yeah, the Panthers were playing yesterday at 8. So that's why the USFL game was at 3. Speaking of which, let's fucking go, Florida. Taking a 1-0 series lead against Edmonton. That was a great game. Yeah, because I watched that playoff game. Bobrovsky played incredibly well to steal that game. Yeah, St. Louis is looking rough. But same thing with Birmingham yesterday. Is like if they can just keep it close, I trust Becht and the team to make the right adjustments to come back because they've showed me in the past that they can come back in the second half. Like they just need to keep it close. So their defense is gonna need to stop, and then their offense doesn't need much. The offense just needs one solid drive to build momentum, and then from there they can truly work things out. Damn, 2 Florida colleges are going to Omaha for the College Baseball World Series. Exactly. If they can spread the field better than most teams in the UFL. Now, honestly, I would say every team in the NFL. They just need to stop being cute on offense. Like this formation they ran on 2nd and 3 on their last drive, the 3 linemen, and the spreading is like I don't get it. It's like that is a trick play you run after going from field goal formation to then audible into it. You don't just call that kind of play in that formation. But we'll see. The second quarter is about to begin, and San Antonio has a chance to extend this lead. Garbers and shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left, making some adjustments at the line on 2nd and 5. First play of the quarter. St. Louis sending some pressure. Quick pass right side, going to be caught, and he split the defense. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Justin Smith, touchdown on the first play of the quarter. Well, shit. That is not what St. Louis needed, but damn, what a good play. He beat the corner at the line, and because they sent a blitz, a corner blitz from that side, Justin Smith found a window, and then that was the safety over top missed him, the corner missed him, and he was gone from there. Yeah, it was a beautiful pass by Chase Garbers. And now to make it a 14-point game. In shotgun, back to his right, gonna hand this one off to Morgan Ellison, who gets stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. So it remains a 13-0 game. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah. So Greg, yeah, he didn't have the best NFL career, but he still had an NFL career. The corner nearly made an incredible dive and deflection, but it was just beautifully placed. I don't know what that safety was doing though. If that safety just stayed home a little bit longer, he could have made the tackle. Or if he just, bit on the route instead of trying to meet him. Because it was a go ball. So the safety ran to where he would be on the go ball. Instead of, jumping the route. Yeah, the defense also shifted last second because St. Louis sent a safety blitz on that play. But man, like I was saying during the commercial, like you need to try to force some incompletions now if you're St. Louis. Garbers is again perfect for the most part. He has that one interception, but besides that, he hasn't missed a pass. Kick going to be returned from the 10, and Darius Shepard breaks one tackle, but it's going to be brought down about the 33. Yeah, Chase Garbers is having himself a day. That was a 63-yard touchdown. And now St. Louis offense definitely needs to get something going. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 34. Going to play action, looking to throw, pass left side, caught, breaks one tackle, stiff arming another, and drags the defender down to the 45-yard line. That is Steven Mitchell? Do I remember his name correctly? Yeah, Steven Mitchell. Hail from Toledo, so he's mid. Yeah. Ball now on the plus side of the 45. McCarron in shotgun, back to his left. And if they would have snapped the ball, they would have gotten San Antonio to jump. The refs do throw a flag pre-snap, but we'll see what they decided. They do say neutral zone infraction. St. Louis gets lucky there on that call. So it'd be 1st and 5. You needed to either snap the ball or do like now that could have been a false start because that was they get him to jump but barely, and the refs can be really ticky-tacky with it. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right, ball now on the 40. Going to hand this one off up the middle, and that's going to still fight forward. That's going to be Wayne Gallman down to about the 30, maybe even like the 29-yard line. So a great run there. Maybe. But again, Bruce Skycap, like the OC is in the booth. He's not down on the sideline. So ball on the 29. McCarron and shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off, and Gallman luckily breaks one tackle behind the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the line of scrimmage. San Antonio sent a blitz there. It was dialed up really well. Got instant pressure. The Lions blocking well for the most part. They said a loss of 1 on the play. I mean, for the most part, the line has been blocking well. It's just when they send 8 guys, you're not going to block them all. McCarron and shotgun back to his right. 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Going to hand this one off again to Wayne Gallman. He's going to fight forward, gets 2 yards on the play for a 3rd and 9. 12:20 to go in the half. And this has been a good drive for St. Louis. It's something to build off of no matter what happens, but you would really like this to end in the end zone. McCarron and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Sending one out in motion. Going to look to throw. Has some time. Throwing deep right side. That's Hakeem Butler over top. And they're saying he didn't get his feet in. Are you kidding me? UFL is 2 feet. That would have been an incredible snag by Hakeem Butler. Oh, head top in the corner. Did he really not get his feet in? No, he did. He got his feet in. That should be a catch. He took 3 steps in bounds. Gains possession, 1, 2. That should be a touchdown. Unless they're saying he took 2 steps without possession. Gains possession, 1. And then he took a 2nd in the end zone. It depends on when they say he gains possession. I think he does when on that 2nd foot hit in. And then he took another step into the end zone. But they might say he gained possession on that 3rd step. It's going to review. It's close. It all depends on when they say. It all depends on when Dean Blandino says he gains possession. I think he gains it on that 2nd step. The 3rd step he takes is in the end zone. So, like in order for him to get 2 feet in, that final step would be in the end zone. So it's a touchdown. The question is when does he gain possession? It stands incomplete. They said he gained possession on that 3rd step. Damn. I know, it all depends on when you think he gains possession. But outtrots the field goal unit to give points to St. Louis in this one. That it's close. It all just depends on when you think he gains possession. 46-yard try from the right hash to make this a 10-point game. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and right down the middle. So St. Louis at least has something to build off of on that drive. But their defense now needs to get something going, as San Antonio has been moving the ball with ease in this one. Yeah, that's all it was. He gained possession, took 1 step, and then the 2nd step was out of bounds. Like that's just rough. It would have been an incredible play. Honestly, if you run that similar play with either more space to the outside or run it up the middle, it could work really well. But it was a very good offensive drive. Yeah, I thought that was a touchdown as well. Because to me, he gained possession right like, on that second step he took. Yeah, like, stick to that kind of drive plan. It again, in my opinion, it should have worked. But yeah, being an offensive minded, I'm gonna say he has possession a little sooner than when he actually does. Like, even Blandino reviewed it. Like, I can understand that they said he gained possession later than when I think he did. Because because on that third step he took, that's like he has possession on that step. The question then just because does he have possession on the step before it, and to me he did. I think to Dean Blandino it might be too close to say, so you have to just stick with the ruling on the field. Exactly. Like, and that makes sense as well. It's just to me, I think he had possession on that second step because he bobbled it, took a step, then took two more after it. I don't think necessarily the refs screwed them. I just think it's a one that's really close to call, and like you're right both either way. It's just it was too possession was too close to call, and they just have to stick with the call on the field. Here's the kickoff going to be returned beginning at the 5 yard line, and it's going to get to the 25. Yeah, like it's like needed like another inch of field space, and that would have been a touchdown. All right, 11 and a half to go in the half. Time for St. Louis's defense now to step up because man, they have been. You had to have that interception, but besides, even on that one, besides that, it's been all San Antonio. In shotgun, back behind him, going to hand this one off right side, and it's going to be Anthony McCarron breaking the tackle and getting down to the 30 or the 35 for a gain of 9. Yeah, St. Louis has a plan in place now for the offense. It should not have taken 3 drives for that plan to be in place. Garbers and shotgun back to his right. Going to hand this one off to John Lovett up the middle, who gains 2, maybe 3 yards, and is enough for the first down. I mean, no, I get why that you can say that, but again, besides that interception, Garbers has not missed a pass. And even that interception, he shouldn't have missed. Like, he should have a perfect passer rating right now. I mean, he's in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw a ball on the 35. Quick pass right side to Anthony McCarron, who breaks 1 tackle in the backfield and somehow gains 3 on the play. What should have been a loss of like 5 instead as a gain of 3. As Al Horford just slammed down a dunk. Garbers looking to throw in 2nd and 6. Quick pass over the middle. It is caught by Marquez Stevenson, who is brought down after a gain of 5. And to the stupid San Antonio's offense is finally looking like how it did in week 1 again, which is great. Because I remember saying after week 1 that if they can keep this offensive production up, no team would want to play them. And then the offense kind of slowed down a bit. Garbers got injured. But the offense is kind of came back to form. Toss right side to John Lovitch. Right, pick up the first. On 3rd and 1, he only gains half a yard. He's going to be short. So we'll see what San Antonio decides to do. It's going to be a 4th and inches. Technically, more so a 4th and 1 than 4th and inches, but it's going to be close. I think it was pretty obvious he didn't get it. I don't know what the refs are doing when it comes to measurements and spotting this. As there's a discussion going on and maybe where he was down at. Yeah, I think it was pretty obvious he was short. Yeah, he's 32 inches short of the first. So it's basically a 4th and 1 they're facing. And as of right now, the offense is staying on the field. You guys trying to take advantage of this loud crowd to maybe see if they can force St. Louis to jump because they can't hear the snap count either. In shotgun, back to his left. Now he's stepping up to the line. They were just going to try to get St. Louis to jump. And they did, I think. In neutral zone infraction on St. Louis. San Antonio gets them to jump. And it'll be a 1st down. I'm pretty sure y'all got the safeties back. I can check. No, they're not listed. I think they're inactive then. They're not inactive, so I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, I think they're just listed. DeLuca's listed as the 3rd safety, and then Cole is the starting one. Yeah, you cannot be taking that kind of penalty at home. Garber's going to hand this one off in 1st and 10 to Anthony McCarron, who stumbles forward for about 5 on the play. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what you need to do to get those very close ones to be called. Because if the lineman if San Antonio just stayed still, I think they wouldn't have called it. But when you see a defensive lineman jump, you need to make sure the refs also see it. So you need to do something as well. 2nd and 5, Garbers in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, going to hand this one off again, and that's going to be a gain of about 2, maybe 3 for John Lovett. Just under 7.5 to go in this first half. Yeah, there's been a lot of miscues today for St. Louis, but again, they can just keep it close entering halftime. Even though I think San Antonio gets ball to begin the half, if not mistaken. If I remember correctly, I don't know. But that's the best way to want to keep it close. Garbers looking to throw in sight on 3rd and 2. Quick pass left side is going to be incomplete. Luckily, he didn't catch it. He was blown up. Would have been a loss of about 5 or 4. It says 4th and 2. Yes, they do. Okay, yeah. They tried to do a swing screen to the running back on the left side, and it was read like a book. And out comes Brad Wing to punt this one away. But it's 4th and 2, plus side of the field. Your defense has been playing pretty well today. Could we see a fake here? We saw a fake yesterday. There's some kind of adjustments being made. We might see a fake. Or maybe that was Wing saying to kill the fake. Nope, the punt comes off clean. And it's going to be fair caught at the 15-yard line. So with 5:50 to go in the half, St. Louis has at least one more shot to get something going. And that brings us to commercial. Yet St. Louis's defense stepped up there for the most part. It was more so the run defense finally stopped allowing big breakaways. And San Antonio didn't pass much on that drive. Start here. I don't know. I feel like after how this game has started, you probably wanted your defense on the field first. You try to set some kind of tone. But yeah, you have a chance here to cut into this lead. Both teams not using a lot of St. Louis hasn't really passed the ball today. They have 3 pass attempts, but San Antonio isn't using a lot of different receivers. It's been primarily Justin Smith, John Trey Kirkland, and Marquez Stevenson. Meanwhile, St. Louis has one positive pass play. And they have 1 completion in general. Jeez. Just coming out of commercial break. Again, we'll see how St. Louis responds on this drive after their defense finally makes a true stop. And they has to have the interception to begin the game, but again, besides that, it's kind of been all San Antonio. And even then, on that drive, it was not much going on. Yeah, he does always have that toboggan on. It's cool. I mean, he needs to get he's looking like Boomer Esiason out here, Bob Flash. 1 for 4 to begin the day. He's in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, ball on the 15. Going to hand this one off, and he would have cut it more to the left side. Jacob Saylor's gonna get about 4 on the play. He had a lane more so out wide to the left. Yeah, he's looking like a Super Bowl 23. Was it 23? I'm pretty sure it was 23. Boomer Esiason, he started 1 for 7 in that game. So 1 Bengal taken after another Bengal legend. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right. Ball on the 19-yard line after the gain of 4. They get San Antonio to jump. It's a free play. Gonna try to take it to the flat, incomplete. A waste of a free play there for St. Louis. Just like one of the rare times we've even seen a free play in the UFL, and it does nothing. I mean, yeah. So 2nd and 1 coming up for St. Louis. I'll have you know about Flash that the other day at the NFL Network we're showcasing Super Bowl 29 or 19, the Miami versus Niners one. So think it was 19. I don't know why normally I have those memorized. I don't know why I'm blanking right now. McCarron in shotgun, back behind him. 2nd and 1, need to get the snap off. They do just in time. Going to hand this off, trying to work that left side. Jacob Sailors breaking tackles in the backfield, and forward progress is going to get him the 25-yard line. Now I got to fucking look this up, because it's going to bother me. Super Bowl 19. Oh, yeah, it was Super Bowl 19. Yeah, they were showcasing that one the other day on NFL Network, and oh boy. There's a San Antonio player being looked at on their sideline. The refs are discussing something on the field, though, during all this. Alright, there we go. Back to the action. McCarron in shotgun, back behind him. Back behind him, tight end to his right. Going to hand this one off, a little bit of a counter, and that's going to lose 2 yards. Alright, you play action. You got to mix in the pass game a bit. You can't keep McCarron 1 for 5. Right, yes, he's 1 for 5 now? I think he's still 1 for 4 because, yeah, it was a free play. Like, San Antonio is going to be stacking the box because they know that you haven't had passing success today. So you need to throw in some play action or some kind of pass play here. 2nd and 11 in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw. Here we go. Pass over the middle. It is caught by Akeem Butler and brought down at the 30-yard line. So it will be 2nd down, 2nd and 5. It depends which Bama days you want him to summon. If it's a kick 6 one, then maybe. 3rd and 5. St. Louis is 0 for 3 so far today on 3rd down. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Just under 3 minutes to play in this half. Looking to throw. Has some time. Trying to escape out to the right, but unable to. Going to be sacked back near the 22. Needs to just let it go at some point on that. Yeah, it's a good zone defense. Had his back if he threw it instantly. And then if he would have just escaped the pocket quickly, he would have had the second window crossing. Instead, it's a sack of 7 yards. And they're probably not going to punt this until the 2-minute warning. Yep, we've reached the 2-minute warning. As St. Louis is going to be punting it away right out of it. Just a rough day for St. Louis, man. This has been a rough first half. But it's only a 10-point game still, so they have to take that. Yeah, for the most part, not much going on their offense. Not that one. Honestly, I think at this point you'll take that one. It's better than whatever is showing up here today. Because at least during that game, he played decently well. This one, I don't know what's going on. But again, to be fair, it was the same boat with Birmingham yesterday. So at the same time, I'm like, this is confusing. Like, they need... But at the same... I'm like, this is confusing. What's going on with their offense? I'm also like, they can turn it around. To be fair, it took Birmingham throwing in Matt Corral to turn this around. And I don't think you want to see Manny Wilkins today. And we're at a 2-minute warning. Score update from the NBA Finals. Dallas is up 13-11 with Porzingis about to take his second free throw. Yeah, St. Louis just needs something to make a spark. That makes sense. I know some people probably think that San Corral should start as there's like an in the moment thing, but he looked too good. St. Louis is about to punt this one away to San Antonio, and they're gonna need their defense. St. Louis is gonna need their defense to make a stand here, and hope they can get the ball back for one more chance. You just can't let San Antonio double up. We're just coming out of the 2-minute warning in the first half. Punt comes off clean and going to be returned beginning from about the 26. Marquez Stevenson trying to flip field and going to be brought down at about the 26-25 yard line. So a great punt coverage there. Now you need a defense to do something similar. That punt killed 12 seconds. Yeah, I don't think you can necessarily go wrong with starting either of them, because I don't think Martinez will play like he did last week again. And I highly doubt you go 2 QB system in the championship game. So like it's gonna be one or the other, and then you maybe throw in who doesn't start if you're looking for a spark and stuff doesn't get going. Garbers, shotgun, back behind him, 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand this one off to Anthony McCarron. He's going to gain a yard. If he would have broke that tackle, he would have had plenty of space to run. And clock is ticking. St. Louis ain't calling their timeouts just yet. You would think they would want to try to get the ball back, so for one more scoring chance. Yeah, they cannot give up any points on this drive. But also, they're letting this clock run. I don't fully get it. Garbers and shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the 26-yard line, and they do not get the snap off in time, but they let it run. Going to be incomplete, a low throw, and San Antonio gets saved. There should have been a delay of game penalty. If that play would have been like a successful play, I say you throw the challenge flag, but it was incomplete. You don't want to waste the challenge on that, but there was a good 2 seconds from when the clock hit 0 to when he snapped the ball. With an incompletion, though, it does allow St. Louis to save a timeout. Garbers alone in shotgun, a minute to go, looking to throw, pass left side, wide open, Marquez Stevenson breaks one tackle down to the 45. That's a first down for San Antonio. And to be fair, not wide open, but he was open, and it was a really good pass from Garbers, and they're going hurry up. Looking to throw, has plenty of time. Now finally having to escape to his left. Throwing went deep down the field and overthrows by 5 yards. It was John Lovett, the intended receiver. I used to think if the play was, if it was a successful play and they gained yards on it, then you throw the challenge for delay of game. But because it wasn't, you don't want to waste a challenge there and give them an extra down. Because on 3rd and 9, you should in theory be able to stop them. Garber's going to hand this one off, and then a fake reverse. Jontre Kirkland now looking to throw, plenty of time, running back to the left side and going to keep it himself, gaining 4 yards on the play. faked a double reverse, and Kirkland was looking to throw that one back towards the left side of the field, and instead decided to just keep it himself to the left. Hey, the field goal is still on the table here if you're San Antonio. If you're St. Louis, I mean, maybe, because you still have all 3 timeouts, and if you make a stop here, you'll get ball back with like 25-ish seconds, because the punt's going to take a few seconds. San Antonio's not even going to get the snap off here. I assume they called a timeout. Yeah, they weren't even ready to break the huddle by the time the play clock expired. Yeah, and it's going to be a timeout, San Antonio, I assume. And that brings us to commercial. Yeah, the noise is playing a factor in getting the play call and the snap off in time, but at the same time, it hasn't they've been successful still. So yeah, it's been a factor, but not how you want it to be. Like, it's that home field advantage that St. Louis should be able to ride with, but they just have not been today. Yeah, it's a similar trend compared to yesterday's game, and that is also true. Like, St. Louis is a good second half team. They just need to keep it close, and I guess a 10-point game is close in their eyes. You're probably hoping for it to be one score. But the defense has started to step up. It's the offense's turn, and that truly needs to step up. They had that one really good drive, but besides that, it's been nothing. Score update from Boston. 2:20 to go in the first quarter of the NBA Finals Game 2. Dallas is up by 6. If Dallas can take Game 2... Anyway, just coming out of commercial break. About 37 seconds to go in the half. Ball on the 49-yard line. They're looking for the 44-ish? No, 34-ish. Ryan Santoso is a good kicker, but his long of the season's 51. So, by UFL standards, he can use a little work on his leg. 3rd and 6. Garbers alone in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now motion in Jontre Kirkland to the right side. Looking to throw. Has time throwing deep left side. Has a man but overthrows him by about 5 yards. Incomplete. And with about 30 seconds left, San Antonio will be set to punt this one away to St. Louis. They have a chance. They have a chance to get points before the half. And they kind of... I think they need to. Because you would much rather this be a 7-point game than a 10-point game entering the half. Punt comes off clean and going to be returned beginning from the 5 and brought up to about the 17. I mean, yeah, there's a chance that gets downed inside the 5 if you don't return it, but I think you rather just let that bounce for a touchback. 22 seconds to go in the half. St. Louis has all 3 timeouts. And a kicker with a leg who can hit from 62, 63, I think is his long. You have a kicker who can hit from 60. So McCarron in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers spread out to each side. You need chunk plays here. Looking to throw. And is going to escape to his left, nearly a sack. Nennigan's just going to throw it short to Darius Shepard, and he gets out of bounds at the 24-yard line. That play took 8 seconds, and it went like 7 yards. Yeah, San Antonio's getting some good pressure. And that's like you need to throw these a little bit quicker, but you're at the stage of the half where you want deeper routes to develop, so it's rough. McCarron looking to throw once again. Gonna dump it off short to Hakeem Butler, who's going to get out of bounds with 8 seconds left after picking up the first. Okay, now you have time to take one shot down the field before potentially kicking a field goal. I think you could have played this a lot better. But I guess the other idea is you're getting McCarron into a rhythm for the second half. Because you're on the 30-yard line. You're looking for roughly the opposite 40. So you're looking for 30 yards on this play. As McCarron's looking to throw and just going to dump it off. Final play of the half right here as Jacob Sailors gets out of bounds with no time left. And McCarron is down in pain. Oh no. That brings us to halftime, but McCarron is down in pain. He got hit low. He got hip dropped. He's in a lot of pain. He got hip drop tackled. Oh no. San Antonio gets ball to begin the half. Hopefully McCarron's okay. St. Louis needs him. But to be completely honest, his day's probably done. Yeah, he's walking on his own, but it's gingerly. He got hip drop tackled. Final play of the half, he gets hip drop tackled. He was grabbing his left leg. So it's not his primary plant foot and leg, so yeah, man, that's rough to see. You know, that brings us to halftime. I mean, he's walking, he's on his own. We might see him back, because I mean, if McCarron can go, he's gonna go. But that's not how you wanted that half to end. It was a weird drive to begin with. Manny Wilkins is okay. He's won them a few games. But you would much rather have AJ McCarron in. Like Manny Wilkins is fine. Like he's nothing special, which is more so the issue. He's fat. He's more mobile, so we can open up another dynamic to the offense. But like McCarron was finding a groove there on that drive, and if they would have been able to take that into the second half. There you go. The halftime stats now on the ticker. Yeah, who knows? It might work. It might provide them a spark and give them like something to play for. If he can't go, and even if he does go, it could be like okay, it could be like a mindset of he's playing through, whatever he's playing through. We have to step up for him. Either way, like they're gonna use him to try to motivate this team at halftime, as well as the fact that they have just not been playing up to standard. Yeah, he's taking his time walking to the locker room. Because a few weeks ago, what was it? His left leg that was his first injury of the season a few weeks ago. If so, man, I believe it's the same leg. Man, it's a rough situation, man. We'll see. If Manny Wilkins comes in and does what Matt Corral did yesterday for Birmingham, he's an instant legend in St. Louis. But again, San Antonio gets ball to begin the second half, so he's going to start with St. Louis's defense. Yeah, so that's what like if Wilkins does need to come in, his mobility will definitely provide something for this offense, and like his pocket presence, like his ability to move around in the pocket more. So like it could definitely provide a new aspect to the offense. He might, but we'll have to wait and see. I do think it opens up the playbook a bit more, not necessarily in the pass game, but in the ground game, because you can do more so read options, you can do design QB keepers more effectively. Because again, he's more mobile, and honestly, if they just ride with that fact, maybe they can. But the big thing is like the defense. I mean, needs to set the tone in the second half. The defense sets the tone, gets a 3 and out or forces a turnover. It will help that will help the offense as well. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing Hakeem Butler more involved in the offense. If we see more of those quick screens and quick passes. So like when we're going to see, yeah, it's been a bad production day for McCarron. Which that's where like you get a fresh face out there, and see if he starts producing more and starts his production a bit more. Then it could provide the spark you need, but it's still rough seeing McCarron go down, and he's been the face of St. Louis and the Battlehawks for a while now. Like so since last year, really. Like he's been a great force for that team. And he's embraced the city. The city has embraced him. I hate to see it. Okay, I'm expecting it to be Manny Wilkins in at least to start the second half. But we'll see. Okay, I feel if McCarron is healthy enough to go, I feel like he will go. The question is just like how like the question is just like will is he going to play through it, and honestly, will that hinder them? Yeah, he was. To be fair, he's also dealing with a lot of adrenaline right now. So that's probably helping as well. Because either way, again, St. Louis's defense it needs to come out in the second half and make an impact and set the tone for the second half. Like that's what needs to happen. You can't you can't let a decently length drive go. A 3 and out needs to happen to set the tone. And then when St. Louis's offense sees the field again, they need to get a drive going. Convert on third down for once. We're 0 for 4 today. As Kyrie just failed to go ISO against Peyton Pritchard. 9 minutes to go in Game 2 in the NBA Finals. Dallas up 4. As we head back to a commercial break after a first half recap. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Big time second half performance here from St. Louis is needed. Because it would if McCarron is down and is because if he doesn't play in this half, I assume he's probably not going to play next week. So it will be rough either way, but I so badly wanted to see that dome rocket with the St. Louis. I like to think I was good, but I had and sometimes I still like to work on it. The big thing is just accuracy and consistency. But I mean, for not having pretty much any professional training, the way being able to throw the way I can, I'm proud of it. When the season ends and I get back out in the field a bit more, as a lot of time has been taken up with this, there'll probably be some shorts on the channel of me of some throws while I'm out there just playing by just playing. Cause the big thing is with me is like again I didn't have any like proper training, so all of it's kind of just natural and kind of what feels right and mixing it with some baseball stuff. So like it's good for again kind of just it's good for kind of again what what I had to work with. Like I'm able to go out to an IM field and play really well and dot up and whatnot. But like I always say, it was Marino, Brady, and Rogers who I watched the most. I always like to say that I don't think I would have been like a D1, but I would have been a legend as some like D2, maybe like a lower end FCS team. Like that's what I like to say. 'Cause I fully admit I'm nowhere near like I was a high end level like that. As the second half kickoff is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Like throw me over at Incarnate World. Or no, okay. My big thing was like I was like is I just like study and everything. Yeah, exactly. Playing. Yeah, it's a playing. It's always more fun to be on the field and playing. As he's in full pads walking out of the training room, it seemed like he's gonna play in this second half. But first, St. Louis's defense. Garbers and shotgun back to his left, three receivers left. Gonna hand this one off the middle to John Lovett, who has plenty of space and gains 11 on the play to the 36. I mean, if he feels good enough to play, he's going to play. And the crowd is rocking again, is seeing him back out on the field. But again, like with him now dealing with something, you want your passes to be a lot quicker and a lot like just get the ball to the receiver's hands. You don't want him to take too many more unnecessary hits. Handoff on 1st and 10. Anthony McFarland is going to gain a yard. Yep, and there she is, showing AJ McCarron's wife now on the broadcast. Yeah, McCarron's gonna be playing in the second half. He's warming up on the sideline. That's definitely gonna rally the team as McFarland gets the handoff on 2nd and 9. He's going to fall forward for about 4. Gain of 4. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, St. Louis, they can get a stop here. Could provide a little bit of a spark that's needed at this point. Garbers and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers spread out to each side. They need the 46-yard line. Looking to throw. Pass right side going to be caught and tackled at the 44. They make the 3rd down stand. Justin Smith on the reception. And now we'll see. San Antonio is going to punt this one away. Out comes Brad Wing. And there's the defense kind of setting the tone. I was more so looking for a massive hit to set the tone, but that works. Punt comes off clean. Return begins from inside the 15 and gets out to the 17-18 yard line. Yeah, great punt there. Great punt coverage. And out comes AJ McCarron. He's 5 for 8 on the day, and if St. Louis is going to come back in this one, his production does need to increase. In shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 16-yard line. Their first play of the half is a handoff to Jacob Sailors, who's going to lose 2 yards. San Antonio sends a blitz to begin the half, and yeah, the tight end didn't pull quick enough. He didn't get outside enough to block that blitz and edge rusher. That's going to be a loss of 2. Get the ball in the hands of guys like Jacquard Pearson, who's been silent today. Darius Shepard, who's been silent today. Like get the ball to the hands of your star players. Gonna hand this one off to Jacob Sailors on 2nd and 12. He's going to gain about 4. So now you're facing a 3rd and 8. There was a flag post play. We'll see what this is. It seemed like it's going to be on St. Louis, judging by the player reactions. Which that would definitely not help them. You're down by 10. You need to remain disciplined at this point. Oh yeah, that's clear. That's clear. That's gonna be unnecessary roughness on St. Louis. Oh my. Yep. Took a page from Birmingham's book. What are you doing? Like, I think that's dumber than any of the penalties Birmingham took yesterday. I don't. So now it's third down. You're backed up, I believe, gonna be inside the 10. Man, that's just dumb. That's just a dumb penalty to take. Second and 23. Ball on the 3-yard line. McCarron gonna hand this one off up the middle to Jacob Sailors, who gets a good chunk of yards down to about the 14-yard line. But it's still gonna be 3rd and long. No, yeah, I believe it's 4th down. Yeah, I'm not sure, it was 4th down. I'm not sure why the broadcast was showing 2nd. Yeah, you can't, especially when you're down by 10. Yeah, 4th down now. Out comes the punting unit, and that's a rough situation if you're St. Louis. That's not what you needed. At least they're not punting out of their own end zone, but it's damn near close. Punt comes off clean. San Antonio is going to begin the return from about the 36. And Marquez Stevenson running down the right side. Gets a nice key block. But that's going to be a blindside block. He's brought down around the plus 47. But yeah, that's going to be a blindside block. Looked very similar to the block that UCF laid on Joe Burrow when he was at LSU. That's a blindside block. Yeah, that's going to be called back for a blindside block. But man, what a hit. That's setting the tempo for a half. Not what St. Louis has been doing so far. That does look eerily similar. Yep, penalty on San Antonio for a blindside block. It's still good starting field positioning though. It's not like it's not like just pushing them back to like the inside the 30 or anything. They're still gonna have ball probably close to the 30 to like the closer to 40 as we head to commercial break for the first time in the second half. Alright, at commercial break, not missing anything. I'm just taking care of And the ticker at the bottom up to date. Yeah. Damn. St. Louis's defense being put in a weird situation. But again, that blindside block is going to help them out a bit, give them a little bit more room to work with. A little bit more of a leeway. The tie game with about 4 minutes to go in Game 2 of the NBA Finals for a score update there as we're at commercial break in this one. With about 10:17 to go in this third quarter. I really changed that from halftime to second, did I? Okay. There we go. Yeah, just coming out of commercial break here. As San Antonio's offense about to see the field for the second time today. A second time in this half today. Okay, no, that blindside block did push him back quite a bit. So ball on the 31-yard line. Garbers and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to hand this one off up the middle to Anthony McCarron. Plenty of space. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5. One play touchdown for San Antonio. Split the defense and was gone. And San Antonio is looking to run away with this one. Excellent blocking. And Anthony McCarron just uses his speed. Simple inside zone. And yeah, just great blocking. The tight end got up to the second level to block the safety. And McCarron was gone from there. Man. That's... Okay, talking about setting a tempo for the second half. As this now has the potential to be a 17-point game. Going for the 2-point try actually to make it an 18-point game. Garbers alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by John Trey Kirkland, but he's going to be brought down about a yard short. So it remains 19-13 and remains a 2-possession game. But Anthony McCarron, that brings us right back to commercial break because I hate Fox. Anyway, a big time run. He's averaging, that was a massive run, but he's now averaging 13.5 yards a carry. Jeez. Again, he's averaging all that. He just had a 61-yard touchdown run. No, more. If he just had a massive touchdown run. Yeah, I did not see St. Louis playing this rough. I kind of expected San Antonio to play better than they did last week because Garbers is 1 week healthier. But I did not expect St. Louis to be playing like this. Especially because the first meeting between these two teams was 31-24. Yeah, last week was a closer game and was lower scoring, but still this has been all San Antonio. Just rough. And yeah, we're at commercial break because Fox loves their commercials. I mean, I don't know what St. Louis does now. And damn, attendance, I mean, it is a Sunday night, so probably should have expected attendance to be around this. But attendance is at 30,000. We got massive touchdown run. All right, San Antonio set to kick this one away. Return going to be beginning at about the 15. And trying to work that left side, has some space, going to be forced out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. A great return for Darius Shepard once again, but the offense now needs to build off of it and do something. And honestly, San Antonio is starting to look like the best team in the UFL. Like they're looking really good today. And if they can translate this level of play, yeah, they need to find something. Again, if San Antonio if San Antonio holds on and they transfer this level of play to next week, McCarron is shotgun back to his left, ball on the 41, going to hand this one off up the middle, and Jacob Saylor's breaking the tackle. He has space up the middle to run down to the plus 35. Both teams trading big time run plays back to back. San Antonio's defense is suffocating their offense, and they're finally looking like their week one selves again. McCarron is shotgun back to his left, going to hand this off once again to Jacob Saylors, and he's finding space to run. A gain of 9 this time. And I like that they're going with the ground a bit, but you can only do that for so long before you need to throw the ball a bit. McCarron in shotgun back to his right. 2nd and 1, ball on the 27-yard line. Play action looking to throw. Pass over the middle. Incomplete. Hakeem Butler slipped on the top of his route. And it will be 3rd and 1. At this stage, I know there's 8:45 to go in the third. I know it's still early to do this, but St. Louis might be in 4-down territory because you desperately need a touchdown drive. They're 0 for 5 on 3rd down today. It's a 3rd and 1. McCarron is shotgun back to his right. San Antonio stacking the box. And they send a blitz. Handoff to Wayne Gallman, going to lose 3 yards to the 30. San Antonio's 3rd down defense is amazing today. And yep, AJ McCarron staying on the field on 4th and 5. They're keeping the offense on the field. In shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Clock ticking, you need to get the snap off, they do. Looking to throw. Pass left side. Hakeem Butler goes up and snags it. Caught down by the 5-yard line. Things are saying down at the 3. That's what they've been needing. What a catch by Hakeem Butler. And this time he maintains possession all the way through. First and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. McCarron is shotgun back behind him. Need to get the snap off quick. If they reset the play clock, they're good. Going to hand this one off up the middle. Jacob Sailors trying to find a lane. Gets down to the 1. I don't know why they're not using a lot of their receivers more, but they needed a play and they go to Akeem Butler. Sometimes it's that simple. You need a play, go to your big receiver who you know can catch 50-50 balls. He's the UFL version of Megatron. No, I'm kidding. McCarron is shotgun back behind him. Second and goal on the 1. Going to hand this one off once again to Jacob Sailors. Trying to find space. Still up. And there's a flag down on the play. But Jacob Sailors is down at the half-yard line. A flag comes in from behind. We'll see what this penalty is. But Sailors couldn't quite power his way forward. Oh, that's going to be face mask, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be a face mask penalty. Good job by good job from the ref, but the ref in the backfield to see. That's clear and obvious. How did the side judge not see that? Yeah, that's going to be a face mask in San Antonio. So, I think that's going to give St. Louis a fresh set of downs. He goes from over the top of the helmet to grab the face mask to bring him down. And yeah, first and goal for St. Louis. Again, at basically the inch-yard line. McCarron is shotgun back to his left. Sending the tight end in motion. Can he keep it himself? Throwing wide open. Jake Sutherland. And he stretches the ball forward. They're saying he's short? No, he 100% stretched that ball forward past the goal line. What? They're saying down at the 1. No, that ball clearly crossed the plane. What is that ref seeing? What? That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. I don't know what that ref was looking at. But that ball clearly crosses the plane. Yeah, it crosses the plane by like 2 yards. How does the ref not call that a touchdown initially? What? Well, that might be one of the dumbest things I've seen. Yeah, that's a touchdown. They instantly reverse it. Back to a 10-point game. I do not know what that ref was looking at. Jake Sutherland, his first catch of the day, he gets in and makes a big-time play for St. Louis. Now to make it an 8-point game, going for the 2-point try from the 5. Ball on the left hash. McCarron in shotgun back to his right. Akeem Butler alone on the right side. Now sending the receiver in motion. Pass to Jacquard Pearson, who then throws it to Akeem Butler, back corner of the end zone. And they say he toe dragged his feet in and converts the 2-point try. The refs are going to probably talk this one over. The back judge said it was. No, he only got 1 foot. He wasn't able to get that second foot down when he catches the ball. Oh, that would have worked to perfection. Just not able to keep his right foot down in order to catch it. But that's still a massive drive. Yeah, it needs to get the feet in. And honestly, that throw probably could have been a lot better. But it would have worked if he just got his feet in. Wait. The scoreboard on the graphic going into halftime says 19-11. I'm pretty sure at commercial break, as we head to commercial, is going to be changed. So I'm keeping it 19-9. If it does stay 19-11, I will change it, but I'm like 99% sure that's going to be overturned. And also, thanks, Prime. Yeah, I try. First, this UFL season is my first like season doing this, so just trying to get practice in for when the NFL season rolls around. Yeah, that was a much needed drive for St. Louis. Gallman's 4 carries, 9 yards. And then that's other one. There we go. And the ticker is up to date. Next, I would love it. Yeah, the hope is to end up being like a TV analyst. But no matter what I end up doing, I'm gonna keep this around because I also love doing this. Hey, I know Netflix just got some games. If they need some. Thanks, I do really appreciate it. And what you're seeing now is far from the final, from what I have planned for like a final product of this. And yeah, they overturned the 2-point try. Oh yeah, front office work is extremely difficult. I have huge respect for everyone in all the front offices across the league. But at the same time, there's like they can make decisions that you do not need to be a rocket science for. Like there were some decisions like for example, Miami signing Dante Culpepper. Like, what are we doing? Don't. Half of Miami's quarterback decisions through the 2000s and 2010s. It's just like, what the fuck? Kick is underway, going to be returned from the 5-yard line, and Marquez Stevenson gets past the 25 and out of bounds at the 29. 5:49 to go in the third. Bro, I could make a whole video just diving into the mess that was a Dolphins QB room through the since Marino. Because there's like 20 plus different ones. And honestly, there's a chance I do make that video. Because it would showcase why signing Tua is a smart decision. Ball on the 28. Garbers in shotgun can hand this one off. No, fumbles the exchange. And St. Louis is looking to fall on the ball, still going, picked up at the 10, and it's a scoop and score for St. Louis. A mess of a play. And man, St. Louis is right back in this one. You're a Bills fan? Yeah, I have respect for Buffalo because for years we were in the same boat. Just trying to beat Brady. As soon as Brady leaves, and that was massive momentum. I believe it was supposed to be a play action, but the exchange got messed up. And again, the tone is starting to be set in St. Louis. So with 5:41 to go in the third, it's now a 4-point game. And St. Louis now can make this. I think they can go for 2. It would make the most sense. A disaster situation. Honestly, that play right there can be looked at depending on the outcome of the game, obviously, but it can be looked at very similarly. As real quick, 2-point try for St. Louis, toss play. Another end around pass to McCarron. Another cute play on 2-point try. Toss to Sailors on the left side. He reverses it to Darius Shepard, who then throws it to McCarron, who I'm pretty sure had an option to throw it there, but was unable to. It remains a 4-point game. There's a lot of trick plays going. It's all of them from St. Louis, all of them not going well. Here's what I'll say about Here's what I'll say about TD Finstock. Yeah, no. I mean, there's a lot better Dolphin specific creators. I'm not saying myself, but just like there's better people that talk football out there. Even non-Dolphins fans that end up talking about Miami, I get wanting to talk about the entirety of the NFL, but don't have 32 separate channels. Like TD Finstock, Barry Cunningham. I'm saying all these names. Do not attack them. It's just my opinions on them. Like, from someone who has studied football a little bit and I want to study it more, and who's played, some of the things they talk about, I'm just like, how? As the kickoff is for a touchback, so San Antonio will start from the 25. And yeah, it's an entirely new game now. St. Louis has gained momentum easily. Yeah, there's some people in the football media space that I just don't want to. I just don't feel like even trying to begin to argue with them, and TD Finstock is one of them. Had it in the first. San Antonio now kind of fighting back on their heels. Garbers going to hand this one off to the left side, and still fighting forward. Gains about 8 on the play. That is John Lovett on the carry, I believe. The main TD I care about is that mascot. I fucking love that dolphin. That's enough of that. 2nd and 2. San Antonio now looking for a bounce back drive to maintain this lead. Garbers and shotgun back behind him. Going to play action, looking to throw, rolling out to his right, throw in, and caught by Marquez Stevens on the sideline at about midfield. They said he got his feet in bounds. I'm not sure fully either. And San Antonio's going to be hurrying up. Yeah, they get the snap out before they review it, handoff up the middle, and it's going to be brought to about the plus 49-yard line by Anthony McCarron. No, he got his feet in. He got his feet in bounds. Unless there's a better angle that shows his toes on his left foot, I think he got his feet in bounds. It's close, but I think he got it in bounds. At least from the angles I've seen of that play. Gonna hand this one off to John Lovett up the middle, who's spinning and has space to run past the 30, past the 25, down to about the 20. And this is the drive San Antonio has been looking for in this half. Yeah, what a spin. After that last drive for San Antonio, this is exactly what they needed. Great blocking, good spin. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who I watch mainly when it comes to Dolphin stuff. I mainly just watch, because Miami really gets talked about in national media, so when they talk about Miami, I listen mostly. Garbers handing this one off to Anthony McCarron, going to gain about 3. It's like a play here. Yeah, something out of Madden. A running back with a nice looking spin move is incredible. Like any incredibly elusive running back, man, they're fun to watch. Like prime Shady McCoy. Prime, Prime Shady is like the main one. Barry Sanders, looking at his tape. Garbers alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Design QB keeper up the middle, trying to find some space, sliding down at the 15 for a gain of 2. A weird play call there, but hey, it gets positive yards. That's all that really matters. Coming up to the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. 3rd and 6 for San Antonio. A field goal makes it a 7-point game. They have ball on the 15. Garbers and shotgun, back to his right. Gonna hand this one off, trying to work the left side with John Lovett. Cutting up field and gains about 2 yards on the play to the 13-yard line. And there's a scruff going on post play. They said a gain of 1. And I guess, were they fighting for the ball? I guess the ball popped loose, but I'm pretty sure he was down beforehand. Ryan Santoso has missed the last 5 field goals he's kicked. Is that really? This one to give San Antonio a 7-point lead, 31 yards out, is right down the middle, so he breaks that bad streak. And San Antonio has a much needed bounce back drive after what happened after the scoop and score. Damn, I did not watch. I watched like the first half of this matchup last week. I didn't get to watch all of it because I instead went to Game 6 between the Panthers and Rangers. Speaking of the Florida Panthers, how about that Game 1 last night? So it's great seeing championship level sports play in South Florida again. It's been a while. Yeah, it was a big time stand. That run game by San Antonio. If San Antonio moves on, this run game is going to give Birmingham problems. Like it's going to give Birmingham problems. Because that's become their weakness. It was a strength at one point. But it has become a weakness for Birmingham is a run defense. So, really, like, either of these two teams' ground games have been okay. More so San Antonio's have been dominant, but, like, St. Louis's hasn't been terrible either. It's being brought down because of the trick play fumble in the first quarter, which is counted as a negative 10-yard run for Darius Shepard. But besides that, I mean, it's at... truly 17 carries for 84 yards. Like, that's not a bad game day on the ground for them. Okay, we have a minute 18 to go in this third quarter. Again, San Antonio's defense has been a highlight for this season, leading the league in multiple categories. And even tonight, St. Louis being 0 for 6 on third down is a large reason why this is a 7-point game. As the kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the 20, so not a great kick. Darius Shepard works it to about the 43. Yeah, not a great kick, but It's good kick coverage in relation to it. Bro, it's time for St. Louis now. Their offense looked really good on that last drive. Now it's time to get something going here. Build off of it and be consistent on the offensive attack. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right. Ball on the 42-yard line. Going to look to throw past left side to Hakeem Butler. Is caught for a gain of about 5. Up to the 47. Yeah, they do. I mean, to be fair for San Antonio, they weren't expecting to have Ryan Santoso be their kicker this season. They had to sign him because of the injury to Destroyan. So a gain of 7 on the previous play. McCarron in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. San Antonio sending some pressure, handing this one off up the middle, and fighting forward to gain about 4 yards on the play and enough for the first down. Great power running there by, I cannot see a number right now. I believe that would be either Jacob Sailors or Wayne Gallman, but I'm not sure. I do know they have 3 running backs listed on the depth chart tonight. As there's like a half-second difference between play and game clock. So I think they're going to have to snap it. I mean, I think that's end of the quarter. The play clock was like a half-second ahead of game clock, but with how that works and everything, I think they just let this run out. Yeah. 15 more minutes for a team to punch their ticket into the UFL Championship game in a match against the 10-1 Birmingham Stallions. As we have reached commercial break. Yeah, I think it was Jacob Sailors, yeah. Yeah, St. Louis is fighting back really well. But this is a much needed drive. That is a good question. What? Birmingham or San Antonio, if that's the matchup, Bob Flash. Because if again, I probably won't necessarily root for anyone in particular. But with how the two teams have played this week, I would be leaning San Antonio. As we're still at commercial break for the quarter change. Again, Fox loves those long commercials. Birmingham. Yeah, they do seem like from like the stats wise and everything, they do seem like a better team. But I mean, San Antonio's just playing really well, and yeah, I do know some people do have allegiances compared to just XFL, USFL. I mean, to be completely honest, the beginning of this UFL season, I was in that boat. Yeah, I definitely favored the XFL a bit because I just thought that there was a better league. Birmingham has definitely changed. Same with Jake Bates, man. Seeing him out there, I'm definitely come to more viewing this as a singular league instead of just a merger of two. But yeah, to begin the season, I was favoring the XFL a bit. And that's probably the reason why I kept on Arlington for so long before they actually won a game. I kept putting them above some of the lower teams in the USFL conference. To be fair, they were playing really well, just couldn't hang on to leads. McCarron is shotgun, back to his left. Going to play action, looking to throw. Quick pass left side to Jacquard Pearson, and it's going to lose about 3 yards. Honestly, it would not have been a bad idea for him to throw it away. I know that probably wasn't the play design for him to also pass it, but probably should have just thrown it away because you have that double pass option in this. Yeah, because part of it is like, okay, they're used to the travel and the whole idea of a home field. But McCarron is shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Stepping up, now rolling out to his left, going to keep it himself, has space to run, sliding down at the 45-ish yard line. Yeah, McCarron's ankle is looking fine. Adrenaline is probably helping a lot in that aspect. And there is number 22 again. That same defensive player is looking for it. McCarron alone in shotgun on a big time 3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Need to get the snap off. They do just in time, looking to throw. Tries to step up, unable to, sacked back on the minus 46. San Antonio's 3rd down defense has been incredible today. If he just throws it to Jacquard Pearson, instantly he probably gets the first. But that wasn't the order of progression. And it's 4th and 16. St. Louis on to punt this one away. Yeah, 3rd downs, man. I would too, because St. Louis's offense, it's been weird today. Punt going to be returned from inside the 10. Marquez Stevenson, Dennison trying to get something going, working that left side, has some blocking and gets up past the 25 to the 27. A great return there. Boston is up 67 to 63 with 5:40 to go in the 3rd. That's a Game 2 NBA Finals update. It's definitely closer at this stage of the game than Game 1 was, which is good. But that brings us to commercial break here in the XFL Conference Championship game. Yeah, I think part of the reason is just progressions, and San Antonio's doing a good job at blocking off those 1st and 2 reads, which is all they really need for the defensive line to get pressure in there, because that D line has been playing really well today, getting pressure. So I think a lot of it is like Akeem Butler has been jammed at the line a lot today. And again, that's their go-to when they need to play is Akeem Butler. So I think it's that, as well as again, St. Louis got fancy early on. Yeah, San Antonio is winning the trenches. Again, and they're just winning the line of scrimmage in general. St. Louis isn't winning their presses on defense, and the receivers are struggling to get off the line. Which is why like play actions more and more it helps build. 'Just coming out of commercial break here. St. Louis's defense. Again, a stop here goes a long way in this one. You don't want to go down by 2 possessions. 12 and a half to go in the game. Garbers in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 25. Gonna hand this one off to John Lovett, who's going to find a lane down the right side and gain about 4, maybe 5. St. Louis trying to send some pressure in there, and the O-line, the trenches. They're not fully selling out, no, and part of it is because again, Garbers has been playing really well today in general. But also like they can't sell out too much. The O line's playing too well to sell out for the run. Handing this one off to Anthony McCarron. He's going to fight forward, breaks 1 tackle, and gain about 6, which will be enough for the first down. Yeah, there's still time left. St. Louis just needs to find a defensive style that can help them and just make a stop. Force a turnover, make a stop, but you gotta do something relatively quick. In shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Again, a very light box for St. Louis. I'm going to hand this one off to John Lovett again, but this time they get some penetration and hold them at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It is a very light box that St. Louis is sending on defense, and it makes sense why they would do that. Because, again, the pass game has been working too well. Yeah, I mean, again, a little bit more press could help, just distract the. Looking to throw past the left side, could be caught by John Trey Kirkland, who breaks a tackle, but finally brought down after a gain of 9. And yeah, that curl route is going to be open 10 times out of 10 with how far back these corners are playing. Maybe not necessarily press, but definitely step up a bit. St. Louis win. I mean, at this stage of the game, not too high. Oh. So initially, San Antonio comes out in the T form, and then they audible out, handoff up the middle to Morgan Ellison. Couldn't get the edge on the right side, and brought down back by the 40. That's going to help their chances to win. A loss of 4 on the play. Tried to bounce it out to the right side on an inside zone call, but just couldn't able to. A great tackle at the ankles. I don't necessarily think that was a bad decision, because again, if it was tackled by 1 ankle. He breaks that tackle, he's gone. A punt comes off clean. Going to be returned from the 15. And Darius Shepard going to get out to about the 28. Just under 9 minutes to go. Yeah, great ankle tackle there. That was by Drayvon Askew Henry, making what could be a game-saving tackle. Or it is a game-saving tackle for right now. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a bad decision, but yeah, definitely just like north and south is where you want to run, especially on short yardage. Like if they would have had some kind of like pull-in tight end or motion to that side to set the edge, yeah, it would have been a better play design. But that comes at other risk and other potentials for mess ups. So we're at commercial break. St. Louis has a chance. They need to score a touchdown and they need to get the conversion attempt. Whether that's the 1-point try or the 2-point try, or hell, maybe even the 3-point try, which would be dumb at this stage. So at commercial break, I do like, because San Antonio comes out initially in Birmingham's T formation, but then they audible it out to 3 receivers to the left in order to try to catch St. Louis off guard. It didn't work. But here we go. AJ McCarron has a legacy drive on his hands. Just coming out of commercial break. Ball on the 29 in shotgun. Back behind him. 8:59 to go. Gonna play action, looking to throw. Has some time stepping up. Now rolling out to his right. Throwing, caught wide open. And that's Darius Shepard past the 50. Using his speed past the 40. Trying to cut back inside. Trying to make people miss. Brought down finally at about the 32-yard line. Massive play for St. Louis to begin this drive. AJ McCarron using his legs to extend the play. Saw that late to Darius Shepard, but it allowed for the majority of the defense to be on the right side of the field. Ball now on the plus 33. McCarron in shotgun back to his left. Gonna hand this one off up the middle to Wayne Gallman, who's going to stumble forward to about the 30-yard line. 8 minutes to go. They score quick, then the conversion attempt isn't as mandatory, but you want to at least tie the game on this drive. McCarron in shotgun, back to his right. 2nd and 7. 7:40 to go. Going to play action, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his right instantly. Trying to find someone, going to pass it off to Jake Sutherland, who gets pushed out of bounds at the 25. It will be 3rd and 2. If there's any time for the Battlehawks to convert a 3rd down, this is the time. Oh for 7 on 3rd downs up to this point. Now a big one. McCarron in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Looking to throw. Quick pressure, and he just takes the sack back near the 35. San Antonio's 3rd down defense alone is going to help them win this game. It's going to be probably the reason they win. And Jacob Sailors just misses his chip block. And out comes the field goal unit to make this a 4-point game. The ball is centered, so shouldn't need to worry about accuracy. And there you go. They reset the game clock. The play clock. 50-yard try. The ball is centered in the middle of the field. Kick is up. And he hooked it to the right. No good. Had the leg, but pushed it to the right. That's a killer. Just needed to kick it straight. So yeah, such a good drive. But third downs is killing St. Louis. And they're still down by 7 with 6 minutes to go. Just third downs, man. They cannot convert a third down to save this game. And if McCarron gets that ball off and doesn't take the sack, you have an argument for going for it there. But at the same time, like, making it a 4-point game isn't a bad idea either. You just missed the kick. And that goes to show how important kickers are. It was a great drive, man. Alright. St. Louis's defense now needs to come up with something here. Honestly, if they can do another they can get another touchdown themselves. Damn, I didn't realize McCarron's only thrown the ball 15 times today. That's definitely not helping them. To be fair, he has been getting pressured a lot. Still at commercial break. And I'm just quickly taking care of the ticker at the bottom, making sure that's up to snuff. We're just coming out of commercial break, it seems. Yep. Yeah, the drone shots are fantastic. San Antonio in shotgun, back to his left, ball on the 40. Gonna hand this one off up the middle to John Lovett. He's going to gain about 3 yards to the 43-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to play. A spot in the UFL Championship on the line and a matchup against Birmingham. Garbers in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw, pass left side, wide open, it is caught for the first down and more, down by the plus 43-yard line. That's John Trey Kirkland. And yeah, St. Louis's defenders are playing like 10 yards off, and it makes no sense. They're looking like a not Chan Gailey, Joe Barry's defense in Green Bay last year. It makes no sense why you're playing this far off. Especially in this stage of the game where you need to make a play on defense. You play them at least 5 yards off the ball. You can at least do something out of it. But playing them 10 yards off, there's a Battlehawk down being looked at by the medical staff. Sucks to see injuries, man. Yeah, you need to gamble at this point. Now, I'm not saying, because, like, again, they're at the point where they're probably not going to run a lot of double moves. I mean, they could, but they want to kill the clock at this point. So you find playing up and biting a little bit on those, like, curl routes. Because also, like, Garbers has not been shown today to be able to throw the deep ball. Like, yeah, he has in the past, but today in this game, all of his deep routes have been overthrows by like 5 or so yards. So like you take like if he's going to beat you deep, force him to beat you deep if you need to. Yeah, San Antonio up to nearly 200 yards on the ground today. As they're in shotgun, back to his left. Going to hand this one off to Anthony McCarron. Plenty of room down the left side. Stiff arming and brought down and pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 8. Yeah, and honestly, you need to at this point. You need to find a way to just disrupt the offense. Now, is that cover 0, everyone at the line? Maybe. And honestly, you just need to do something. You can't give up a field goal here. You're down. You can't be going down by 10. I mean, you can, but going down by 10? Because like, you have the 4th and 12 opportunity and all that. In shotgun, back to his left. Gonna hand it off once again up the middle and fighting forward, gaining 4 yards. Anthony McCarron. That's enough for a first down and there's 4 minutes to go. This ground game is looking insane. Like St. Louis's front 7, like it's a good front 7. But I don't know how Birmingham's going to handle this. Hand it off once again to this time to John Love, and he's going to lose about 2 yards. Okay, but there's something from the defensive front. But like St. Louis typically has a pretty good front 7. This O-line from San Antonio in the ground game has just been destroying them. But you push San Antonio back enough with how Ryan Santoso has kicked this year, might have a shot. But that's the key thing. You need to just keep pushing them back. In shotgun, back to his left, and get the snap off just in time. Looking to throw deep down the right side, and incomplete. Nearly an incredible diving one-hand grab for Justin Smith. That sets up 3rd and 11. Nearly an incredible grab. But yeah, 3rd and 11. St. Louis got good pressure there. Could have been a holding penalty. But at the same time, probably wasn't enough of a holding. As they didn't get the snap off. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. They do just in time. Handoff to Morgan Ellison. That's going to get inside the 30. And sets up a big 4th down kick. And also brings us to the 2-minute warning. Both teams have all their timeouts in the final 2 minutes. And this 4th down kick, Ryan Santoso, who again, in his last 6 kicks, is 1 for 6. Now has to come on to make this a 2-possession game. Yeah, John Love has gotten a bulk of the carries today, but even then, like, Anthony McCarron, man. Like, but Anthony McCarron's averaging 10.5 yards a carry. That's insane. Oh yeah, for sure. Hell, he probably wants that first half over again. But you don't get that opportunity. Again, honestly, the game could come down to this kick from Brian Santoso. It's going to be a decently length one. I think that ball in like 27, some yards. Probably about like a 44, 45 yard kick, something like that. It's 40 plus. So a 40 plus yard kick is coming up for San Antonio. And this is one Santoso cannot afford to miss. They got Akeem Butler on for the field goal block, seeing if he can jump high enough to block this. Fourth and 6. He's made one tonight from 31 yards out. He's 13 for 19 on the season. This one, the left hash, from about 45 yards out. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and right down the middle. It is a 10-point game with a minute 56 to go. That might have done it. But if St. Louis can score relatively quickly, they have a chance for the 4th and 12. This game is far from over with how the UFL rules are. That was a beautiful kick, though. I'm just realizing that the Brahmas jerseys... Oh, that was that... Wait, why was... Okay, what... Garbers' jersey has a different color for his numbers compared to the rest of the team. Why? It's more of like a sand color than the yellow that San Antonio has. Why? Why is his jersey colored differently? Why? Anyway, here we go. Can all start with a good kick return here from Darius Shepard. A quick score update from Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Boston's up 90-79 with 8:50 to go. Kickoff is underway. Shepard going to begin the return from the 15. See even get a big return here, trying to find some space, unable to, gets down to the 38-yard line. Yeah, that's the good news, Bob Flashes. It is 4th down territory now. You don't need to worry about 3rd down. You don't fully need to worry about getting 3rd down conversions at this point. Which, you guys weren't getting 3rd down conversions anyway at this point. $150 to go. All 3 timeouts. McCarron in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the 38-yard line. Looking to throw. Pass to Akeem Butler quickly. Left side going to be caught and brought down at the 46-yard line. St. Louis needs to hurry it up. Because you want to try to save these timeouts for a potential second drive in these final 2 minutes. McCarron in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers right. 1.5 minutes to go. Looking to throw. Has some time. Throwing deep down the field over the middle. And nowhere near receivers. Should have been picked off. But it's going to fall incomplete. He's just tried to throw up a prayer to, I believe, Stephen Mitchell. And he just overthrows. And that off the fingertips of a Brahmas defender, that should have been picked off. Yeah, McCarron said, fuck it, someone's down there. 3rd and 2. Ball on the 46-yard line. McCarron looking to throw. Rolling out to his right and trying to roll back to his left. Going to throw it, find someone, going to be caught by Akeem Butler. They're running the clock. I don't think he got the first then. No, he caught it right on the first down marker. That should be enough and clock should stop. For at least a little bit. It should be enough for the first down. Yeah, he caught it at the 48-yard line and then got pushed back. That should be enough for the first. Which would be a big 3rd down conversion if it is. And also, if that is a 1st down conversion, there should be a minute 15 on the clock, not a minute 11. That 2nd down play of just chucking it deep, I don't get it. Because you want to make sure you can keep the ball moving and pick up 1st downs. Yeah, they gave him the 1st down. They added the time back on the clock. So a minute 14. Yeah, that's clear that he got the first. McCarron in shotgun. Back to his right. They added the 2nd back, so it was a minute 15. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Ball on the 49. Looking to throw. San Antonio sending 3. Throwing over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Great pass breakup by San Antonio. Akeem Butler couldn't hang on. And that's one he should catch. But again, it was a great defensive play to step in there and force the ball loose. But it looked like he was hanging. He looked like he hung on to it at first. Now 2nd and 10. McCarron in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw. Quick pass to Jacquard Pearson is caught. Trying to break tackles. He does. Going to get the 1st down and down to the 36. That at least stops the clock. Big time play by Jacquard Pearson. And they need to score quick. Also, St. Louis has 2 timeouts left. Don't know when they called their first. McCarron in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receivers each side. Looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Going to be caught by Stephen Mitchell. And he gets out of bounds after a gain of 8. The question, again, St. Louis is going to get some kind of points on this drive. I don't think you kick the field goal unless it's a 4th down. And even then, I don't think you kick it. The question is going to become, can they get the 4th and 12? And yeah, San Antonio's DC. This is a great game he's been calling. McCarron in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Has some time trying to dump it off to the back now. There's Wayne Gallman getting to the 25. That's enough for a 1st down. That's going to stop the clock for a little bit. Going hurry up. McCarron in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 40 seconds to go. Looking to throw. Has some time. Throwing for the end zone. Left side. And too high for Stephen Mitchell, who was at the front of the end zone. 32 seconds. Here's the issue. If they need to, they can't waste too much more time. They need to score from 25 yards out. That's the issue. Like they pretty much need to score from 25 yards out, and then hope to get the 4th and 12. The question is also, do you go for 1 or 2? If you go for 1, you can at least try to get this game to overtime. McCarron looking to throw. Has time, going to dump it off to Wayne Gallman. He needs to get out of bounds, and he does at the 19-yard line. Saying out of bounds at the 18, so 25 seconds left. I think, because either way, you go for 1 or for 2, you only need a field goal on your next drive after the 4th and 12, which is massive. So either way, you need to convert the conversion attempt, no matter what it is. You cannot afford to fail it with how much time is left. 3rd and 3. McCarron looking to throw. Quick pass left side going to be caught by Darius Shepard for the first down and out of bounds at the 13-yard line, 21 seconds. Yeah, at this point with how much time is left, the conversion attempt is incredibly important. You're also at the field position where you might just need to start throwing balls in the end zone. Like, I don't think you can afford to kill too much more clock. At the 12-yard line, McCarron is shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw, rolling out left. Gonna throw for the end zone and incomplete. Basically a throwaway towards Marcel Aitman. The first time I'm calling his name today. 15 seconds, yeah. They needed to score quick, and they just didn't do it. Honestly, they probably should have called timeouts throughout this drive. I get not doing it because you want them for after the 4th and 12. But now, you're going to score with under 10 seconds. Like, you're pretty much going to have to do 2 Hail Marys. McCarron looking to throw outside, going to be incomplete, intended for Darius Shepard. If he would have caught it, he could have turned it up for a touchdown. Yeah, there's just not enough time left at this point. They did not do... Clock management was not done well on this drive. They weren't quick enough. They didn't move the ball downfield enough. They didn't call their timeouts, really. Like, they moved the ball down the field fine, but not in the sense of, hey, we have like a minute to score. McCarron, 3rd and 10, shotgun back to his left. Get the snap off just in time, looking to throw. Pass over the middle by Stephen Mitchell. He bobbles it. He's tackled in bounds. And St. Louis is going to call their second timeout, but there's 5 seconds left. Yeah, and that's about all she wrote. All she wrote. Some St. Louis players are preparing for the Gatorade bath, and they're waving goodbye to the fans. The San Antonio players are waiting for the Gatorade bath of Wade Phillips. Hey man, there's 2 Gatorade baths, really? We have the punter and the long snapper with 1 Gatorade jug, and then a lineman and a receiver with the other. Prepare to Gatorade bath Wade Phillips. 4th and 10. Again, there's just not enough time left anymore for St. Louis, even if they score here. McCarron is shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers left. What most likely is the final play of the game, looking to throw. End zone pass and incomplete, intended for Stephen Mitchell. And there's the Gatorade bath. San Antonio, or your XFL conference champions, as they walk into St. Louis and an incredible defensive performance. Just incredible. And Wade Phillips, in his first season coaching the Brahmas, is in the UFL Championship game. And after this week of play, man, the Brahmas are coming. They were the only team to beat Birmingham in the regular season. Yeah, what a defensive performance. What a game from San Antonio. And that's where I'll call it here. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a blast. There's going to be a video, not power rankings, as there's not many teams left. There's going to be a video discussing the 3rd quarter of yesterday's game. And then there's going to be predictions on Friday. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. This has been fun. Next time I will be live is for the UFL Championship game. So yeah, this was fun. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.